There was once, many years ago, an old farmer by the name of Matthew Maule. It was on this very land that he made a humble little house, a farm, a beautiful garden of flowers and herbs, and a well from which could be hewn a natural spring of soft and pleasant water, a rare treasure on the sea-girt peninsula where the Puritan settlement was made. It was this land, covered by Maule's shaggy little hovel, that became exceedingly desirable to the powerful town magistrate, Colonel Pyncheon, who was characterized in his day by an iron energy of purpose. Are you paying attention?
Yes.
Oh, good. All right. Now, listen closely. This is an important story. Oh, where was I?
He wanted his land?
Ah, yes, that he did. But Matthew Maule was stubborn in the defense of what he considered his rightful property. For several years he was successful in protecting his homestead from falling an easy spoil into Colonel Pyncheon's grasp. His success, however, did not last for long.
Matthew Maule, you have contracted with evil spirits and have signed the devil's book. It is for these heinous acts of witchcraft that I hereby sentence you to hang by the neck until you are dead.
And so old Matthew Maule was sentenced to hang for the crime of witchcraft, a martyr to that terrible delusion where evil wore the masks of leadership and authority. Clergymen, judges, statesmen stood in the inner circle round about the hanging tree, loudest to applaud the work of blood, latest to confess themselves miserably deceived. At the moment of execution, while Colonel Pyncheon sat on horseback, grimly gazing at the scene, Maule addressed him from the hanging tree and uttered a prophecy of which history, as well as fireside tradition, has preserved the very words.
Pyncheon, God will give you blood to drink.
And so ended the life of the reputed wizard. Colonel Pyncheon wasted no time to erect a large mansion over Maule's land, calculated to endure for many generations of his posterity. No house as vast and grand had hitherto been seen in New England, especially one with 7 acutely peaked gables facing in various directions of the compass.
This house?
Yes, my dear, this is the old Pyncheon house, or as every town-born child knows it, the House of the Seven Gables. When the last board was nailed and the last brick was fitted into place, old Colonel Pyncheon held a merrymaking banquet to celebrate the completion of his new house. And it was on this night, my child, that something horrifying took place. Something horrifying indeed.
Colonel! Colonel! Colonel, are you in there? Colonel, open this door!
Now, I must tell you, my dear, that this is not the end of our story. It's just the beginning. For the tale of terror which I have just told you was not the last of its kind in the house of the Seven Gables. The dreadful curse of Matthew Maule would torment the Pyncheon name for over 150 years.
Oh, Cousin Phoebe, I really can't see my way clear to keep you with me.
Dear cousin, I cannot tell how it will be, but I really think we may suit one another better than you suppose.
Oh, I do not doubt that. But Phoebe, this house of mine is but a melancholy place for a young person to be in. As for myself, you see what I am, a dismal and lonesome, ill-tempered old woman. I cannot make your life pleasant, Cousin Phoebe. You are welcome, my child, for the present, to such a home as your kinswoman can offer you.
Oh, thank you, cousin. Who is this dour-looking gentleman?
Oh, him. That would be our ancestor, Colonel Pyncheon, who built this house and founded this family. He died in this very room. Now, how do you like this face?
It is handsome, a very beautiful face. Who is it, Cousin Hepzibah?
Did you never hear of Clifford Pyncheon?
I seem to have heard the name once. But has he not been a long while dead?
Well, perhaps he has. But in old houses like this, you know, the dead are very apt to come back again. We shall see. Well, I shall bring your things up to your room.
Oh, a harpsichord!
Yes, but it is never played. It was Alice Pyncheon's harpsichord. She died in this house many years ago.
Ah! Cousin Hepzibah!
Yes? What is it, dear?
I saw someone!
Oh, dear Clifford. This is our cousin Phoebe. She has come all the way from the country to stay with us for a while.
Phoebe? Phoebe? Oh, I forgot. No matter. She is very welcome. And is she angry with me? Why does she bend her brow so?
Angry? Angry with you, Clifford? There is nothing but love here, Clifford. Nothing but love here. You are at home.
I wouldn't drink water from that well if I were you.
I did not know that my cousin Hepzibah's garden was under another person's care.
Oh, I'm hardly the gardener. My sober occupation is with a lighter material. I'm an artist.
Oh, a painter? Or are you the musician whose music I heard on the harpsichord in the middle of the night?
No. I make pictures out of sunshine by tracing out human features through its agency. I have prevailed with Miss Hepzibah to let me lodge in one of the gables, But would you like to see a specimen of my productions?
A daguerreotype likeness, do you mean? I don't much like pictures of that sort, Mr.
My name is Hallgrave, and you are?
Phoebe. Phoebe Pyncheon. I am Hepzibah's cousin from the country. What was that about the well?
Oh yes, Maule's well. You must never drink from it.
But why?
It is said to be cursed, along with the house.
Cursed.
You really do not know about the house, about its terrible history, and you a Pyncheon? Now, this old Pyncheon house. Under these 7 gables there has been corruption, strife, hopelessness, and misery. The house ought to be purified with fire, purified until only its ashes remain.
Then why do you live in it?
I am pursuing my studies here. I dwell in it all the while that I may know the better how to hate it. Forgive me. I believe I am a little mad. Did you mention you heard a harpsichord last night?
I certainly did. Or I thought I did. Cousin Hepzibah said it belonged to an Alice Pyncheon many years ago.
I know the story of poor Alice. It is a well-known incident of the Pyncheon family which I am sure has been successfully withheld from you. Shall I tell you the story?
Yes, if it is not very long, nor very dull.
One day, a carpenter named Jonathan Maule, the grandson of the reputed wizard and the son of he who built this house, was urgently summoned by old Mr. Pyncheon to the house of the 7 Gables. Mr. Pyncheon informed Mr. Maule that the Pyncheon family for nearly 37 years since the old colonel's death had been prosecuting a still unsettled claim to a very large extent of territory in Maine. He then said that a deed or other document essential to his claim had been in Colonel Pyncheon's possession, but had mysteriously disappeared. He implied that Matthew Maule II had hidden the document somewhere in the house during its construction to avenge the murder of his father. After some arguing, they agreed that should Jonathan Maule procure this coveted document for Mr. Pyncheon, the house would be his, and the turf on which it sits would once more belong to the Maules. In finding this lost deed, Maule had a plan. He told Pyncheon that the only chance of acquiring its whereabouts would be through the clear crystal medium of a pure and innocent intelligence, like that of his daughter, the fair Alice Pyncheon. Maule had something of the old wizard in him, for he used mesmerism or hypnosis to lure the secret from young Alice's mind. Unfortunately, she did not awaken from his powers, and she promptly fell to the floor, dead.
Oh, no! 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 Oh, God!
Father!
Murder! You murdered him!
What?
Clifford Pyncheon, this court has found you guilty of patricide. It is therefore my duty to pronounce sentence upon you.
As you order, Judge.
Thank you. Since the state of Massachusetts does not condone the penalty of death by hanging, I hereby sentence you to life imprisonment in a state penitentiary. Remove him.
Should he show his face in Salem again, 'twill be read the Riot Act.
Clifford? Did you scream? Clifford! Clifford? Jaffrey.
How do you do, Cousin Hepzibah? And how does this most inclement weather affect our poor Clifford? I could not rest without calling to ask once more whether I can in any matter promote his comfort.
You can do nothing. I devote myself to Clifford. He has every comfort here.
But allow me to suggest, dear cousin, you make a serious mistake in keeping your brother so secluded. He has had too much of solitude. Let me but see Clifford, and I will answer for the good effect of the interview.
You cannot see him. Clifford has kept his bed since yesterday.
What? How? Is he ill? Nay, then, I must and will see him. What if he should die?
He is in no danger of death, unless he shall be persecuted to death by the same man who long ago attempted it.
What did I do in detriment to Clifford? How little you know me, Cousin Hepzibah. My heart is full for Clifford. Try me, Hepzibah. Try Jaffrey, Pyncheon, and you shall find him true to the heart's core.
Oh, in the name of heaven, I beseech you, give over this loathsome pretense of affection for your victim. You hate him. Say so, like a man. You cherish at this moment some black purpose against him in your heart. Speak it out at once, but never speak again of your love for my poor brother.
Cousin Hepzibah.
I cannot bear it. It'll drive me beyond a woman's decency. It will drive me mad.
Cousin Hepzibah, it is time to have done with this.
Why do you persecute us, Jaffrey? Leave poor Clifford and me in peace. Neither of us desires anything better.
Do not act like a madwoman, Hepzibah. I am his only friend, and an all-powerful one. Has it never occurred to you that without the exertion of my powers, my influence, my efforts, Clifford would never have been set free?
What?
Did you think his release a triumph over me? Huh. Not so, my good cousin, not so. I set him free.
You? I will never believe it. He owed his dungeon to you.
I set him free. And I came hither now to decide whether he shall retain his freedom. For this purpose, I must see him.
Never. And why should you wish to see this wretched, broken man?
Here lies the gist of the matter. There is treasure hidden away in this house, and I believe Clifford knows where it is.
And how could Clifford know of any hidden treasure? Impossible. You deceive yourself.
It is as certain as that I stand here. Clifford told me so himself.
No, you are dreaming, Cousin Jeff.
Dreaming? I do not belong to the dreaming class of men. Some months before my uncle's death, Clifford boasted to me of the possession of the secret of incalculable wealth. Clifford, at this moment, if he chooses, and choose he must, can inform me where to find the deed to the missing property in Maine. But the moment has now come where he must give up his secret.
And what if he should refuse? And what if he has no knowledge of this?
My dear cousin, should my cousin Clifford refuse me the information so important to myself, and which he assuredly possesses, I shall consider it the one needed jot of evidence to satisfy my mind of his insanity.
What?
If Clifford refuses, the alternative would be his confinement in a public asylum for the remainder of his life.
You cannot mean it.
You know me too well to entertain doubt that I shall pursue it.
Why should you do this cruel, wicked thing?
I've told you my determination. I'm not apt to change. Clifford must give up his secret or take the consequences. Now, fetch Clifford this moment or drive me to harsher measures. The responsibility is altogether on your part.
I will call Clifford. Please, be merciful with him.
Time flies. Aha, Cousin Clifford. No! Oh! No! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Clifford? Clifford, are you in there? Clifford.
That picture. Whenever I look at it, there is an old dreamy recollection haunting me, but keeping just beyond the grasp of my mind. Wealth, it seems to say, boundless wealth, unimaginable wealth. When I was a child, or a youth, that portrait had spoken and told me a rich secret, but those old matters are so dim with me nowadays. What could this dream have been?
Perhaps I can recall it. There are 100 chances to 1 that no person unacquainted with the secret would ever touch this spring. This is the very parchment. The attempt to recover which cost the beautiful Alice Pyncheon her happiness and life. It is what the Pyncheon sought in vain while it was valuable. And now that they find the treasure, it has long been worthless.
Oh, poor Cousin Jaffrey. This is what deceived him.
But how came you to know the secret?
My dearest Phoebe, I must tell you, my name is not actually Hallgrave. My name is Maule.
What?
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 Can you forgive me after such a deceit on my part? Do you forgive me, Phoebe?
Shh!
You look into my heart. You know I forgive you.
I never came back to this place after that. Not until now, with you. Maule's curse had been lifted. Only love could have done this. Only love. And now, young Alice Maule, now you know the secret of the House of the Seven Gables and how important it is in our family. Come, let's return you to your mother. She'll have some hot cocoa waiting for us. There's no doubt about that.
Grandpa, is everything all right?
Yes, everything is now all right.
What was